Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a BMW M235i. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the BMW of Murray for giving me some time with this car. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for Brian. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 24 around town and then 33 on the highway, with power outputs being 301 horsepower and then 331 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how you've got these crazy body lines there on either side. Pretty interesting. And then look at the headlight design here at the daytime running light. Notice how it's all blacked out here at the bottom. And you got the BMW logo there in the center. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with the front end. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225/40/18 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you've got the metallic gray with the red brake caliper. I think that's a really sharp look. And look at the cut there for the fender. Notice the mirror caps and the window trim are all blacked out. And then here is your full side view with the M235i. Now take a look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening for the trunk, and then you guys can see the M colors there on the side. And then taking a look at the cargo area, with the 2 Series, it's not going to be the biggest storage, but you know, it does have the pull tabs to throw out on the seats if you need even more storage. So it's got a decent level of practicality. When you're all done, just plop that down. And then you guys can see the blacked out spoiler here, and then look at the taillight design. You can see the rest of the badges too. And then you got the little covers for the exhaust tips. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with this 2 Series. Now take a look at the door panel, soft touch here at the top and down below. You can see the stitching that goes throughout, and then I like this for the sound system, that's cool. And then here are the seats. Again, really nice stitching and everything here on the side. Now I can't quite get all the way in because legroom's, I mean I could like shove my knee across, but yeah, not necessarily the most practical from a legroom perspective back here. But you guys can see you've got vents in the back, you got USBs, headroom. I mean, I'm touching the top. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top, and then with all of the padding down below. All of our window controls, we got our mirror adjustments, mirrors to power fold in, got memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors as well. And then the front seat's identical to the back, they've got a cover on it, but it's got kind of like that more bolstered design with it. Power adjustments there on the side, and then the pedals are actually pretty fancy looking. Got all of our light controls here. Now take a look at the steering wheel. You can see soft touch all around. We've got paddle shifters there on the back for the 8-speed. Heat steering wheel button on the steering wheel. You can see the M logo there at the bottom. And you got a bunch of practical controls here on the front, including for like your cruise control. And then there's your stocks on the back. And then here is the gauge cluster itself. You guys can see fully digital here. I think it looks pretty cool overall with the theme, if you ask me. And then we've got our different drive modes. The sport mode, you can see everything gets a little bit more aggressive compared to the comfort mode, for example. It does come with a backup camera. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel, and resolution with it's pretty solid overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, it's BMW's older unit. I don't have a problem with that. I think it responds great. And geez, if the camera will focus on it, not only does it respond really well, it's just easy to use. Soft touch trim here on the dash. You can see we've got heads-up display, but yeah, that goes all the way across. And look at this too, that's nice. Got your vents down below, dual zone climate controls, heated seats. Got your little radio presets here with your volume control. And then you guys can see here for the phone charging, which is an interesting area. Some cup holders, the USB, and then we've got our center control stack right here. That's to control the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touchscreen. Shifter for the 8-speed automatic, get your stability control right next to it. Parking sensors, auto stop start, all of your drive modes with your auto hold and your parking brake. And then good storage there with the USB. Nice padding here on the top. And then you can see the glove box, yeah, pretty decent size. And then we do have a sunroof up top. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker here for the 235. You guys can see the base price, and then here's your total MSRP, $55,510. And with that being said, let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors. Do a blind spot monitoring. Go through the rest of the rear. And Let us set off here in the 235i. I know that everyone probably wants what, an M240i, yeah, M240 review, but you know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. So, first off, I will say I do think the styling on this is pretty cool looking, if you ask me. And the Grand Coupe thing is very interesting. The reason I think it's so interesting is it's just like the back seats are so unusable for anyone that's not a kid, pretty much, because there's just not enough legroom back there. So yeah, it's just I don't know, it's an interesting setup, if you ask me. It was interesting to see the houses that are for sale in Utah. But driving along here, no outlet. Maybe I'm going down the wrong road. I looked up on the maps before to like do a different driving route, and it said that this is supposed to curve around, but I guess that it definitely doesn't. Maybe actually, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to go down one more road. So I guess we'll go on an adventure while, worst case scenario, I can just go through there. I guess we'll go on a little adventure while I'm trying to find the driving route that I'm supposed to be in. But yeah, I mean, this is comfortable. Seats are comfortable. Seems like it drives pretty well. Well, this is a circle. Oh man, worst test drive ever. Worst test drive ever. It's okay. We're getting by, folks. We're getting by. But I mean, good torque, so no complaints with that. I feel like my maps betrayed me. I swear that it was just the first road was supposed to loop. So we'll try this one. Miller Street. Let's hope it works out. So it's so interesting to see the difference in the size of the lots, you know, like with the more modern houses that have the bigger lots and these slightly older houses that have the smaller acreage, just like they're right next to each other. It's so weird. Okay. I mean, the good thing, I guess, with this review is it's pretty bumpy. So it's nice to see how the suspension handles all of the bumps and everything in the road. It does a really good job, actually. Ah, I think this is the road I'm supposed to be on. I think this is the one that, yeah, we'll see, but I'm pretty sure this is looking more like where we're supposed to be. Pop it into sport mode here. It sounds pretty good for a 4-cylinder, by the way. I think that's pretty cool. Ah, yes, we have made it. Jeez. Oh, and you get gargles out of the exhaust too. Man, that is this is responsive for a 4-cylinder. Wow. And it sounds good. Like it's like deep throaty sound that you usually don't associate with a 4-cylinder turbo. Really excited to see what this accelerates like. Maybe it's because this is the engine they share with the Mini Coopers. Maybe that's why it's so fun. Okay, we'll get our acceleration here. Wow. Yeah, I got the gargles out of the exhaust. That was fun. That was fun. Lost like 3 miles of range with that acceleration. So, to cap things off, I think this car drives really well. I think the Grand Coupe thing is pointless on a 2 Series, but you know, I'm sure there's someone that likes this. I would just rather have the 2-door. I think that just makes more sense. And yeah, I mean, it's fast for a 4-cylinder, man. It's fast. And again, this is basically BMW's Mini Cooper. Like, it's got the Mini Cooper engine, and it's about the right size. So I guess if you want an all-wheel drive BMW Mini Cooper, that's what this provides. That's what this car is. That's a weird thing to say, but if you're not into the Mini styling, but you like the Mini Cooper driving dynamics, this isn't quite on the same level, but it's very, very similar to to the cars in the Mini brand. But other than my bad parking skills, let me know what you guys think about the BMW. Let's try not to hit into the pole. Let me know what you guys think about the BMW M235i.